are so many important vehicles in Airship Assault that play a huge role in the battlefield. In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to use these vehicles effectively. Alright, let's start with the main airship here. So you can see in the start of the game, I'll start off with double time, which increases the speed of the airship for 45 seconds. Very useful in the beginning, just to, speed up the game a little bit. Like, who wants to wait that long? Also, you should always go up. Obviously be on the third gear in terms of like speed. In this map specifically, there's a volcano in the middle, and obviously you do not want to be in the middle of that. Trust me. You can see in the video here, so someone's trying to start a mutiny on me. Bruh. For no apparent reason. People in this game just love to do that for absolutely no reason. I don't get it, man. That's why nobody wants to be a captain. Now, being a captain is kind of boring, to be honest, but you are one of the most important players on the team, because you control the airship, and however you position the airship will determine if you will win or not. So yeah, most of the airship battles go like this. Both of the airships are like just side to side like that, where the cannons on each side of the airship are facing each other, which is alright. That's pretty much, I guess, how it's supposed to be. Now here I'm trying to attempt to talk to my team, but I feel like a lot of the time it literally feels like you're talking to a brick wall. I'm not even joking. You put like a question out there if they need like a repair boost or a cannon boost, and not a soul response to you. But doing the repair boost is more like a defensive play, as it's always just good for a team, and it just helps out repairing things all around. When the volcano does inevitably erupt, you're going to want to stay as far away as possible to it, because those meteorites do a lot of damage. In this clip here, I use the cannon buff, and you can see it is absolutely devastating. It just destroys pretty much anything. I mean, like, look at that, it just strikes and strikes of continuous cannon fire. Honestly, it is my favorite buff of all the three ones, just because it could do so much damage to the walls, pillars, cannons, whatever, it's really good. Alright, now we're going to be moving on to the Ikryo Gunship, and same thing here. You just start off with the double time, so the speed has increased speed for 45 seconds. You just gotta go to the island as soon as possible. The faster the better. Now I usually like to go to the left of the island and not through the middle, because if you go to the middle you cannot use the mortar because you're too close to the land. So it's very recommended to go off to the left. And why the left and not the right? Well, the right, there's nobody on the right. There's no people on the right. We're still on point A, B, and C and stuff like that. So that's where that's near the left of the island, so it's more useful to be on the left at the beginning. And here comes the PT boat, throwing down a torpedo. You could dodge the torpedoes if you're quick enough, but unfortunately this one looks to be hitting. Yep, look at that, it just hit. This torpedo boat did the grave mistake of being too close to the gunship where it can't even retreat, so the main cannon right there just gonna take it out, and it's just getting lit up right now. It is getting absolutely ripped to shreds, and just like that, I think it's sunk. Yep, just like that, it is sunk. And yeah, down she goes. Here I do the ability where the turrets on the ship get like a super buff. They just shoot out super duper fast, like crazy fast. It's insane. Like, look at that thing. It's just like drrrr. And I'm gonna be honest with you. After the PT boat is gone, it's kind of a steamroll for the Ikryo gunship. Like, nothing could really like hurt it that badly, other than like plane bombs, which, like, if you have a competent crew, that's not really gonna do anything. They could just patch the holes up really quickly, and or they could just gun it down from a distance, yeah, it's honestly like kind of light work. A little scummy strategy you could do is pretty much camp the airfield of Volgray. So you just park the gunship like right around here, and you could just gun down any planes that try to take off. It's honestly quite sad. In this clip, I decided to go in the middle, and yeah, you can be closer to the enemy, and you can get more value off the anti-aircraft guns on the boat and the main cannon. The problem comes when planes start to arrive. As you can see there, just got brutally bombed right there. You're also right next to the airfield, and that's why there's so many planes coming in. And even if they do get cut down, they can still drop their bombs like this. Boom, there you go. So yeah, I don't know if it was a good idea on my part, to be honest. It's pretty clear that people did not really like this in the game, because they literally started to vote kick me, as you can see right there. So yeah, maybe don't try this in game. But I noticed that the person that was trying to mutiny me was the person on the mortar, which for the mortar you need some distance for it to work. So I guess it makes sense. The ship eventually sank to the bombs, and yeah, that's what happens when you go to the middle. You get a lot of attention from the planes because you're right next to the airfield. So most of the time, this ends in a sinking. And we are now going to be moving on to the Fenrir, or the PT boat over here. So you find it over here on the docks, next to the barracks. And once you take control of the boat, if there's anybody that wants to get on, like these guys, climbing aboard, just wait for them. Just be a good captain, because the more people, the better. I figured out, because if you get bombed, then you need a lot of repairmen to fix it up quickly. Now, I recommend not going to the open ocean like over here. Instead, going to this canal kind of place over here. But yeah, don't go to that open ocean because you get absolutely annihilated. For one, you're just out in the open. Planes can just spot you immediately. And here, um, you're under a bridge where the planes can't really see you. And I know some people like to wait under the bridge for a little bit just to let the planes pass and stuff like that. But I just go straight out because I want to see, what's going on. So over here, you take a turn, and until you see like the gunboats or the landing crafts, you need to take a position here. What I like to do is line myself up with the shore, so when the landing crafts do land, it's just gonna be easy pickings for the PT boat. This is a good example here. So I'm lining up with the shore, just waiting for the landing crafts to land. And there you go. I launched a torpedo out, and it's just super duper easy because it's predictable where they're gonna go. They're just gonna crash on the beach and boom. And that was a really easy landing craft kill. And now here's how to deal with the Ikryo gunship. So it's still very far away, but what I like to do is use the mast of the gunboat to see where your torpedoes are gonna go. It's really useful. I do that all the time, and it's pretty accurate. So yeah, and here I actually overcommitted a little bit too much. I should have backed away here, because that main cannon on the gunboat is extremely powerful. And now if you go back to the docks, you can refill on both torpedoes and resources. At the beginning I just thought it was for torpedoes, but no, it's also for resources. So if you're really low on resources and you're low on health, then just go back to the docks and get some quick resources for your crew. I find it very common that a big boat will just park like right here perfectly, where you're protected from the bridge and they cannot shoot you, and you just get free torpedo shots and don't even see it coming. So yeah, if you ever find yourself in this situation, take this advantage immediately, because the boat's not going to stay there forever and it's just free hits. For some odd reason, the gunboat just did not move out the way, and it just continuously just kept taking the hits, which is obviously just not good. And you can see here, I think after this one, yeah, I just sank, just like that. Another thing is with the PT boat that I find that it is a lot of practice, a lot of practice. The reason why I'm hitting a lot of my shots with the torpedoes is because I've played a lot on the PT boat. You sort of have to do some small calculations on the speed of the torpedo and the speed of the gunboat, just to like see when they cross and when to fire the torpedo. Alright, now we're gonna be moving on to the mini airship, and you start off in the base, whatever it is, Valkyrie base, Greenland base. You start off at the base. I like to wait a little bit for people to get on board, and then that's when you can start taking off. And let me tell you something, it is quite a long journey, I'm not gonna lie. When you do get to the island, I like to put myself like near this mountain area, like pretty much right above it, because there's cannons on both sides. And well, this cannon right here, as you can see, you just snipe people from afar, and you get complete access of like pretty much the whole map. And the reason why I like to put myself above the mountain, like maybe like not next to the fortress, is because, well, there's not gonna be a lot of people like, on the mountain. They're usually gonna be crawling around the fortress. And there's also a tank. That's right, yeah. And you can deploy it And yep, don't worry, it comes with a parachute, so it's not just gonna come crashing down. So we're gonna have a nice and soft landing. Also, another fun strategy you could do is literally take your airship and take it to the enemy's base. It can serve as a distraction, or you use the cannons on the airship to take out their mortars, flat guns, any of that type of stuff. It's a huge distraction for the team. Most of the time, your team is not gonna be on board with that idea, but you know, I did it in this clip, so I didn't really care. I also forgot to mention that this airship has zero abilities. It's just, yeah, it's naked. No abilities whatsoever. And that's gonna be it for the major vehicles in the game. I hope this video helped you out a little bit more, and hope you guys have a good one.